Alright, guys. As you can see, I'm in pajama, and I'm like really relaxed and that right now. So, that brings us to the series of this video because we're going to do a fun series, a relaxed series. It's about widgets in iPhone, and in fact, I think widgets is much more relaxing topic than say a developer full fledged say front end, back end, all that MVVM sort of app. Okay, it's not too serious, but it's a great fun, and you can actually learn a lot from the say the users like interaction guidelines and Apple's sort of like philosophy. But in fact, because I also develop app in iOS, it's not a big deal as Apple so declare that it's a game changer. It's a common feature. In fact, if you are a Android user or if you develop Android app, it's just a just some part that Apple have always been like kept from developers to right now recently just to say, hey, Android's got all sort of fancy features, and we Apple have to let developers to do that. And as a not only Android developer but also iOS developer myself, I think that Apple like recently have been under a lot of pressure because of the AI functionality of say Google's Pixel phone, because you can like circle things, you can search the seamless process, and say the Android phones like Gemini and I don't know, maybe Samsung got some like AI service and ChatGPT, all that. So Apple has been under a lot of pressure. I don't know, maybe just like a 10 days, Apple will might announce his Apple Intelligence, but in fact, it's not actually Apple intelligence, but rather they got some other AI companies specialized on AI, and they just sort of use the API integrate into Siri. So it's like a higher end sort of Siri and higher end of the like system layers, integration. But um, yeah, I'm also iOS developer, but I'm not too excited personally with all this announcement, because every time say Apple announce something, some people will say, "Hey, crazy! Apple just got some like a crazy innovative functionality." This is not okay. It's just Apple has always been the mature one. Okay, so they just say, "Hey, all this innovative technology, let other companies do it, and I'm going to do it better and streamline it and make it user friendly, something like that." But it's not like at the cutting edge, um, um, like the innovative part. But you have to give Apple's the design philosophy a thumb up, because the design, the animation just works great. I'm a great fan of Apple, and I work as a iOS developer, so yeah, I do hope Apple can be more like aggressive in point of like new features as well as innovation. So yes, this is just me talking, but things this is a series like a fun series because it's more about the widgets. Okay, so it's not a really heavy courses. So and it's complete free, by the way. So the best way to support me is to give this video a thumb up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So yeah, let's get started. So first, let me just get myself a little bit smaller. Okay, so it will not obstruct you screen. Hopefully, maybe here. Okay, and we're going to start a new project. So by the way, I'm using the OBS bot. It's a great product, so you can follow me around. Okay, yeah, stop playing around and actually write the code. So widgets is not heavy. It's not like a mini version of your product. It's not. You can't like use the widget as a window and make a small version of your product. You can't do that. Why I'm like got this heart animation? Oh my gosh, I got this heart animation. I'm not sure. Okay, this got like really fancy. I'm not sure. Okay, so why sure? Maybe it's like obvious, but doesn't really matter. So what I'm gonna do is create a new project, and in order for you to actually make a widget, so here comes the tricky part because you can't find a widget here. So you have to make an app and add a widget, sort of attach or communicate to that specific app. So don't worry, you just create app as if you are creating an app. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is to name it a like a widget. How to spell widget, by the way? Widget. Okay, widget test. Okay, hopefully I'm like doing the correct widget. Do I spell that correctly? Oh my gosh, look at widget. Okay, I got like a really terrible spelling. So sorry about that. Widget test. Okay, so we can click next. We got this better role. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, just create a widget test. I place that on my desktop folder. So how we got the widget test? We got this output testing to 15 Pro Max. Okay, I believe that iPhone's like a 16 is coming out. So yeah, maybe if you like watch this video in the future, you might need to choose that. Okay, so right now there is just a normal app. Okay, but what I'm going to do is create a new target. And what I'm going to do is to choose a specific thing for the iOS platform. So as you can see, widgets mainly is a platform. So you can have a accessory setup, account authentication, all that, content blocker extension. Oh my gosh, capture extension, all that. Keyboard extension. That's good. That's good. So for example, you got this like AI integrated app that you want to actually use. Let me just move myself to the right side, okay? Because I'm like leaning towards this. So sorry about that. I just got really nervous about using all this like camera sort of thing. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is to search for widget. So widget extension. We can click next. Of course, we're going to create a widget. So the product name would be we got a widget test. So we can say widget test widget. Okay, so kind of like a loop, widget test widget. So it's a widget for widget test. Right now, we can choose live activities. So it's like new features for iOS, I think 14 or 15, and clean control, including configuration, app intent. You can choose it, or you can simply ignore it. And because I don't want this to be like overwhelming and overly complex at the beginning of this project series, so let's just test it out by deselecting everything. Okay, so we don't want live activity. Live activity is like a when you say call Uber, and Uber just give a live activity of how long you should wait for the Uber to arrive, something like that. Okay, we don't need control. We don't need to control anything. You don't need configuration apps intent. So there is no intent. So project, we create widget test project. So the project, like the target of the project, will be the widget test and embedded in application of widget test. Everything fine. Okay, so just to click finish and wait it out, and amazingly, will automatically generate a free widget for you. Okay, so active widgets extension scheme. The scheme has been created for the widget test target. Okay, choose activate with the scheme to building a debugging scheme can be chosen with another. Yeah, of course I want to activate it. So click activate, and yeah, it's being prepared. As I can see, we got this widget test widget extension here. So you can go back to the iOS app of a widget test, or you can click widget test widget extension to choose a specific widget. So you guys can see we got the widget test. So this will be our iOS app here, okay? And we got this widget test app. We got a content view, really simple Swift UI code, and of course you can collapse this and go to widget test widget. We got this widget test widget bundle, and we get the widget test widget. Okay, oh my gosh, it's amazing, right? We got this free widget right now. So as we can see, we got this let me just move my head. Okay, I'm not obstructing anything. So let me just make it bigger by using this. Just zoom in a little bit. Okay, so as you guys can see, we got this iOS 15 Pro Max model here, and Pro, not Pro Max. Yeah, 15 Pro. Sorry about that. So and we got this widget. We got time. We got specific time. We got this emoji. And by the way, the time is live. So I'm currently got this like 11's 4:11, and we got emoji of a smile, and this time matching the time that I'm having right now. And so that's good. That's good. We got this. If you look at the widget, it's really simple. It's also Swift UI. If of course you can compare the widget with with the content view, import, struct, content view. We got the var. We got body. Let me just make it smaller so you guys can see it clearly. Okay. Okay, maybe make it bigger. So we got VStack, all that. So basically struct, view, var, body. We got this widget test widget. We got like structs, and we got timeline provider. Okay, so it's a new thing. Okay, and we got all this function here. So it's some more like UI kit sort of a structure rather than Swift UI, but it got like a really nice Swift UI like language sort of design. So we got the struct, we got all this functionality here, and we can get this emoji. Of course, we can change this emoji. Let's try this out. So what I'm gonna do is to have a emoji of I'm not sure again. This placeholder emoji simple entry. Yeah, let me just to give you emoji. Let's I think I can change the emoji here by show emoji and symbols, and we're going to use the nerd. Okay, I love the emoji nerd. Let's just replace all this smile with the nerd. Okay, and let's see. Also, we got the time here. So we got the simple entry time and date, simple entry time and dates. This involve a little bit more code for you to modify. So let's just simply print things out. Oh, but by the way, you can already test this. So you just need to run. As you can see, we got this widget test. So sometimes, I know I will get some like hateful comment for this, but you know, to be honest, the preview functionality of Xcode is just a disaster. First-hand experience. Most of the time, like 90% of the time, I'm not sure about 90%. It's just that, from my experience, most of the time when testing things, the preview would not work. So as you can see, already changes, and already changes nerd, the preview will not work. Okay? And so I have to use the simulator most of the time. Okay, so as you can see, I run this and we got a simulator. We got this nerd emoji, and it does change. Okay. Okay. Sorry. My bad. It's because I forgot to change the preview here. So it's my bad. It's my bad. So yeah, let's change this preview. Sorry about that. Let's just get this nerd emoji and change it here so you can actually show. Yeah, it's refreshing. That's good. That's good. Sorry about that. Yeah, of course you can change the nerd to yeah, to something like this. Okay, so cool guy, you can do that. Yeah, sorry about this. But I still stand by my point. The preview sometimes will not work. This is just my bad, but most of the time it's not my mistake. It's just simply crashed, and we have to find a lot of ways to work around. Most of the time, I just to save a little bit of space, I just comment out, okay, and I just run this, and just test it live, okay. I'm like willing to sacrifice a little bit, compiling time, and let the computer to do the work and grab the coffee and see the result. Okay, I want to test on the real machine and see the test result. Okay, so we go back here. Let's add some text, by the way. The text will be, let's go back here. Let's go down, in fact. We got the widget, we got test widget, we got preview, right? So we got this like struct widget has the view here. So that's the Swift UI like section of the code that we are working. This is more like timeline provider. We will talk about timeline later. It's more like it's not like UI kit. So I like reframe that. Let me say, it's more like it's like a functional code. Okay, so yeah, we'll talk about that later. So let's go back here. Widget entry, simple entry. Let me just get this entry. Okay, widget test entry view, and we already got the entry. Okay, we got this body and we got vstacks. Let's just simply add a hello word here. So okay, text and say hello. Hello, welcome to like William Jennings channel. Okay. Yeah, I believe that will work because we got like a really fairly large and wide widget. So hopefully it will work. Okay, hello, welcome to William Jennings channel. Okay, that's good. So basically, it'll be like a narrow version of Swift UI space, like a canvas that you can just print and add things. But there's more we can do instead of just do that. That's the reason why I got like all sort of like current dates and all that like logic codes here. So sort of like this is like a smaller version of the backend logic, and this is like a front end code. Okay. So yeah, we nearly 20 minutes. So let me just pause it here, and we will continue to play around with widget as next video. Okay, thanks, bye.